If spanking truly teaches discipline, then why do so many children who get spanked still repeat the same mistakes? Something just doesn't add up, and that's exactly what we're going to unpack today. Welcome to the channel where we simplify parenting and human behavior so every parent feels more equipped and less overwhelmed. In this video, we'll break down the most common myths parents believe about spanking, the real facts hidden behind them, and the strategies that actually help children grow confident, emotionally secure, and genuinely disciplined. And make sure you stay with me till the end, because I'll be sharing 5 practical alternatives you can use instantly in real-life situations. So let's jump right in. One of the most common things you hear is "a little smack isn't harmful," or "it's how I was raised, and I turned out fine." This belief, and it's an important point to make, doesn't come from a place of cruelty. For most parents, it comes from a place of fear. Fear that your children won't listen. Fear of losing control over a chaotic situation. Or even fear of being judged by others as a weak or ineffective parent. It's a deeply ingrained cultural idea that a quick, sharp punishment is the fastest way to correct behavior. But is it the most effective? Let's look at the science. The truth is, most misbehavior doesn't happen because a child lacks a fear of pain. It happens because they lack a specific skill. They might lack communication skills to express their big feelings. They might lack emotional regulation skills to handle frustration or disappointment. Or they simply might lack the understanding of why a certain rule is in place. When a child is spanked, something fascinating happens in their brain. It immediately shifts out of the learning mode and goes straight into defense mode. The prefrontal cortex, which handles reasoning and learning, shuts down, and the amygdala, the brain's fear center, takes over. In that state, the child isn't thinking, "Oh, I understand now why I shouldn't draw on the wall." Instead, they're thinking, "How do I avoid getting hurt next time?" This is why you often see a temporary improvement in behavior. The child might stop the action immediately, but it's purely out of fear of the punishment, not because they've actually internalized the lesson or developed a true sense of right and wrong. The hidden downside here is what this does to your relationship over time. Spanking often inadvertently teaches children that hiding the truth is safer than being honest. It can lead to secrecy, lying, and a slow, gradual breakdown of trust between you and your child. They start to see you not as a safe guide, but as a source of potential pain. Now, let's be very clear about something. Not every parent who spanks is a bad parent. Far from it. The pressures of modern life, overwhelming stress, a lack of community support, and especially how you yourself were raised all play a massive role in why a parent might resort to physical discipline. It's often a knee-jerk reaction in a moment of complete overwhelm. And it's also true that not every child who was spanked grows up to be damaged. We are resilient. But here is the universal truth that research backs up time and time again. Spanking never teaches a skill. It only ever teaches a survival response. It doesn't teach a child how to manage their anger, how to share, or how to be patient. It just teaches them to avoid the person who hits them. That's why healthier, skill-building alternatives are so much more effective in the long run. They build discipline from the inside out. So, as promised, here are 5 powerful alternatives you can start using today. First, the pause and label method. When you feel your anger rising, take a deep breath. Pause. Then, get down to your child's level and label their emotion. I can see you're really angry that your brother took your toy. Just acknowledging their feeling can diffuse the entire situation and opens the door for a real conversation. Second, use natural consequences. This isn't punishment, it's just letting reality be the teacher. If your child refuses to put on their coat, the natural consequence is that they will feel cold on the way to the car. It's a logical result, not a painful or shaming one. They learn cause and effect directly. Third, the do-over technique. This is fantastic for smaller infractions, but instead of punishing them for snatching a toy, you can say, "Let's try that again. How can you ask for the toy nicely?" This gives them a chance to practice the right way to handle the situation, building a new positive habit. Fourth, create a calm-down corner. This is not a timeout. It's a safe, cozy space with pillows or soft toys where a child can go to regulate their big emotions. It's an emotional reset button, not a punishment zone. You're teaching them how to soothe themselves, a skill they'll use for the rest of their lives. And finally, the most powerful tool of all, explaining the why. Instead of just saying "don't do that," explain the reasoning behind the rule. We don't run in the street because a car could come and you could get seriously hurt. And I love you too much to let that happen. Children obey so much better when they understand the logic, because it comes from a place of connection and safety, not fear. These methods take more patience in the moment, absolutely, but they build a foundation of trust, emotional intelligence, and genuine discipline that will last a lifetime. So, I'd love to hear from you. Which parenting myth do you think confuses parents the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe for more content that makes parenting feel a little less overwhelming. Thanks for watching.